Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy. Hope you guys are having a great Monday so far. So usually on Mondays I do some of my videos, and today's topic, guys, as you can see, I'm drinking my fat coffee. So obviously this is my non-fasting day. Today, our topic today is mainly for you, for your seniors out there, especially those of you that are 50, 60 plus years. Emma and I both fall in that category. Matter of fact, we fall way above 60 now. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about mistakes that seniors make. I'm seeing more and more seniors now because Emily and I are at the retirement age or Medicare age, I guess you want to call it. We have insurance. Our insurance covers our gyms, and so what that means is that Emily and I can go just about to any gym that carries the Silver Sneakers insurance, and so it's free for us. So obviously, we use it. We use it, and I like to go to different gyms. So in our area, we're in the Temecula Valley, Marietta Valley, and Menifee Valley area. Most of the gyms here carry silver sneakers, so we actually like to go to different gyms because each gym they not only have different equipment, but the atmosphere is different, so it kind of breaks it up a little bit. And we get to meet new people too, which is great. But I'm noticing at all the gyms actually, more and more seniors are starting to use the gyms and are starting to use that Silver Sneakers insurance, which is great. And not only are the ones that are semi in fit using these gyms, and these people are older. I'm talking 60s, 70s, and 80s. But even the ones that are disabled or have some kind of physical medical issue, they're using the pools and they're getting out there and doing something to exercise, which is great. Years ago, or a few years ago, we didn't see this. Well, now the baby boomers, which we are, there's a lot of the baby boomers out there are looking to go to the next level when it comes to exercising. And what that means is they want to get into the best shape of their life. And that means better shape than they were in their 30s or 40s or even in their 20s. Well, and they're Googling all this, trying to find out, okay, how do I lose more body fat? And how do I add more lean muscle when when I'm a aged person, and they get a lot of conflicting information about it. Actually, some of the comments I've seen on some of the sites is because of their age, it's not going to happen. And obviously, by looking at Emily and I, that's just not true. And not just us, but others. I mean, there's a couple of people in our gyms that are in phenomenal shape that are even older than me. And so that's not true. And so don't let anybody tell you if you decide and you're just starting out. It doesn't matter if you've ever exercised in the past or not. You just get out and do it, and find yourself a good coach to guide you through it for the first 60, 90 days. That's the key. But the problem is the lack of information for those of you that are 50 or 60 plus on how to actually get started. And that's where Emily and I come in. We have an online coaching program that we offer to seniors 50, 60 or older. And it's actually a roadmap to get them started in the right directions so they don't make the mistakes we made in the past. And it includes everything. It's a roadmap. It's everything. But what I want to do here for those of you that are seniors that might be watching this video, or if you'd like to pass it on to your senior friends, is give you guys some of the mistakes that you might want to avoid or you should avoid. That's how I should really put it. Um, but the first thing you need to know is the foundation on where to start. And right now, my opinion, and I think it's the opinion of most all of us who've been in the health industry for most of our career life and who are aged and who have the experience under our belts working with hundreds and hundreds of different people out there, that 95% of your success in losing that unwanted belly fat or hip fat or butt fat, whatever fat you want to lose, for me, it was more of my love handles, my belly, and my back. My back was the hardest. But 95% of it, of the success of losing that, and of course adding the lean muscle, is going to be the type of food you eat and when you eat those food. That's exactly how you need to get started. You got to start there first. You got to lay out a meal plan structure, and this structure, the structure that we teach our clients, has been around for over 2,000 years. It's not a fad diet. It's nothing new. So we're not reinventing the wheel here. It's something that's been around for decades, centuries, and has been very successful. And it's funny because now it's taken off like wildfire amongst the American people, not only American people, but even out of the country. People are jumping on board with changing their lifestyle by high-fat, low-carb meals and combining it with intermittent fasting. Now, Emily and I have found that the best program out there for all ages is the high-fat, low-carb, and combining it with alternate day fasting, because I've done a lot of research on this. I've read a lot of scientific research, and that seems to be the one that most people are seeing the most success on because it's doable and it could be done the rest of your life. So, and it's not that hard. But seniors, those of you that are, what we're looking for and what you probably are looking for too is slowing premature aging. Well, by adding lean muscle and going through that process of adding lean muscle, that's going to also help you guys to slow premature aging. And you're going to be burning off that excess fat, because the more lean muscle you guys add, the faster you're going to burn off that excess fat wherever it's at. Now, no, you cannot spot burn. That's not going to work. The body's going to burn the fat off where it decides to. My wife complains all the time that when she was trying to burn off fat to get ready to go on competition, it always started with her upper body and then went to the last part. She wanted to really get the fat off. That's just how the body works. But just remember that. So you seniors out there, if you have to add the lean muscle as part of the program in order to slow that premature aging. Now, one of the biggest mistakes, this is one thing that I've been doing a lot of research on, and probably the reason why Emily and I both at our age have been so successful to keep adding lean muscle all the time. And I've just adjusted my program to even add more, even though I'm getting close to the big 7-0, is protein. Most seniors out there are lacking a sufficient amount of protein, daily protein intake. Most of you guys are. And that's the reasoning why you're having issues like weakness, or you're stumbling more, and you're breaking bones. Because what happens is as we age, it's a natural thing that happens. As we age, we tend to eat less calories and we tend to eat less protein as we age. And so what happens is you got a deficit, or you're depleting your body of your muscle building nutrients in order to keep your lean muscle on. Not only does that affect your not keeping your lean muscle on, or it actually depresses muscle, is it also affects your muscle building hormones. As you age, which is a natural thing, your hormones, your testosterone, your growth hormones, and your other muscle building hormones are depleting. And most of you out there that are 50, 60, 70 plus, if you were to go down today to a bioidentical hormone specialist, and I didn't say a family doctor, I said a bioidentical hormone specialist, because that's what they are. They specialize in hormones. And you go have a blood test done with them, they're going to look at your testosterone. For women, they're going to look at the testosterone and the progesterone. And for men, they're going to do the testosterone. They're going to do the estrogen, B12, and so forth. Because that's what that determines your muscle building hormones, is your testosterone levels. And when that's out of whack, it makes all the other hormones out of whack as well. And also, if you're a high carb eater, which most of you are, for decades, you've lost control of a hormone that is designed to add fat. And when that hormone is out of control, it also affects your growth hormones and your muscle building hormones. And also, your growth hormones aren't staying high throughout the day because you're imbalance of hormones and because of the lack of nutrients, or you're just not eating enough. So seniors, because what science has shown us now is seniors don't metabolize protein as well as we did when we were younger. So actually, you probably have heard doctors say it, or have heard that it's unhealthy for a senior to eat too much protein because it causes issues or makes the kidneys work too hard. And in a sense, that's true, because when you're first starting out, guys, and you haven't really done this program, you got to start out easy and work your way up. But it is not unhealthy to add more protein as you get more acclimated to your meal plan, and add a little bit at a time, because remember what I said, science has shown us that seniors do not utilize protein as easily as we used to. So actually we need more protein once we've built up to it. We need more protein than those younger kids, because we don't utilize it as much. And so Emily and I, in our muscle building or building program, we got to stay pretty focused and that we're eating enough protein per day to keep adding lean muscle, but yet keep burning the body fat. And it's pretty simple to know if you're not going to, if you're not eating enough protein, especially if you're exercising as hard as we are, and as often as we are per week, is your recovery just isn't there, and you're always tired. And we're not that way. We recover as soon as we walk out of the gym. So our program, we're pretty dialed in, and we know what we need per day. Now, do I know exactly what I need as far as fat grams, protein grams, and carb grams? Absolutely. Am I right on every day? Not hardly ever. Is there a range that I need to be in? Yes, and I could be minus or plus. So I don't have to completely focus on doing those grams exactly every day. There's a window or a play there. So don't get me wrong. You don't have to be what's the word I'm trying to find? You don't have to be so focused on getting exactly. If we were to set up, okay, this is how many grams of fat you need a day, how many grams of protein you need a day, and how many grams of carbs you need today. I don't care about the calories. I don't care. We don't count calories because the grams are going to give you the amount of calories you need per day. So we don't even care about that. But I don't totally go crazy over it. So I could be 20 grams less on my protein than than what it says, but I'm okay. Okay. And so the first thing is, you guys, seniors, you need to up your protein gradually as you go through the program to add lean muscle. Okay. Now, the other thing is you have to have a structure. You can't just jump into this both feet to the ground and go for it. You can't just jump into a high-fat, low-carb meal plan and then jump in doing alternate day fasting. You can't just jump into doing a fasting at 18 hours or 20 hours. No, your body is not ready for that. That's why it's important for seniors to spend the money, hire a coach for the first 60 and 90 days to give you the structure you need to follow to keep you accountable so you don't make those mistakes, and to educate you on the different levels you'll be going through. That's very important, especially for those of you that are 50, 60, and over. Now, like I said, guys, this is not a fad diet. It's been around for 2,000 years. This program has been around for 2,000 years. So let's just real quickly go over mistake number one. Not having a structured plan. One of the biggest issues for seniors are their hormones. Okay? So if you've been eating a high carb diet for decades and you are overweight, then obviously your hormones are tanked. Most of the time, it's funny because I'll get these guys that are in their 50s, late 40s, 50s, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, my testosterone is fine, and I'm having no issues with that at all." But they're having a hard time gaining lean muscle, or they're having a hard time losing the belly fat. And all I tell them is, guys, one way to find out what the issue might be, what the root cause could possibly be. Now, I know what the root cause is. The root cause is, if you're overweight, it's going to be insulin resistance, which means you're on your carbs are way too high every single meal. But I'll have them go down and do a hormone test. Women the same way. I'll have them go down and do a hormone test. And now what will happen is that they'll come back with their hormone test and their testosterone's tanked. 384, 286, 50 years old, 180 I've seen. And I tell them, I says, you need to be up in the 1,000. I mean, you're way too low. There's no way. I mean, your estrogen is sky high. Your testosterone is low. Your estrogen's high. You're a candidate for prostate cancer somewhere down the line. Women's the same way. I just got one back here not too long ago of a lady. Her progesterone is 0.5. That's ridiculous. I mean, and yeah, she's having hot flashes and she can't sleep at night, and she's got mood issues. Well, yeah, your progesterone is 0.5, and her testosterone was 11, which you need to be up in about 100. I don't care what these other doctors are saying. I mean, your family doctor might tell you, "Oh, that's too high." No, it's BS. That is not too high. You got to go to a specialist. They'll tell you the truth. Now, furthermore, for us, we don't want to have hormones of a 60-year-old. I want to have hormones of a 20-year-old or an 18. Emily and I both. Our testosterone levels, our growth hormones, all of our numbers are within an 18-year-old now. Did we get there in a short time? No. It takes time. You can't just jump into that and expect to get into an 18-year-old's hormone within a few months. It doesn't work that way. It takes time, and because we have a structured program, which is our high fat, low carb meals, and alternate day fasting. See, fasting is what's going to balance your hormones out, guys. I'm going to be publishing a new book in ebook or Amazon Kindle books, which is I might do it today or tomorrow. But it's about an environment called autophagy. Autophagy was just discovered in 2016 by a Nobel Prize researcher, a doctor, and he discovered that when you put your body into autophagy, for seniors especially, it slows premature aging, and it elevates growth hormones, which elevates all your other muscle building hormones. USC, the University of California, discovered that when you're in autophagy or you're fasting for 72 hours, you are producing brand new muscle stem cells. It's exactly what we seniors want, especially if we've depleted our muscles over the years and we're just starting out. We want to keep adding muscle stem cells, brand new ones. And the only way you can do that is putting yourself into an environment known as autophagy. Now, you can't do it every day. You can't do a 24-hour or 48-hour fast every day. No, that's not how it all works. And that's why you need a coach. He knows the program, and he knows how often you need to be it. Now, you're always going to be in some level of autophagy, even if you're doing a 16-hour fast. You're some level, but you're not going to be into a deep therapeutic, what they call therapeutic autophagy. But anyway, so you got to have a structured plan, and most seniors don't. And now there's all kinds of information on Google. Yeah, you can do the Google search and find out what other people are doing, but actually most of them don't work. If they did, then we would have less seniors that are overweight and have massive amounts of muscle. Well, we don't, because they're not doing it right. There is a structure. Okay. In other words, to conclude mistake number one, a structured meal plan, that is what's going to help balance your hormones as a senior to add lean muscle. Mistake number two, this is a big one. Most all seniors that are 50, 60, 70 plus are chronically dehydrated. That's another natural issue that happens as you age. Seniors start to drink less and less water. Now, obviously, this is not old news. The bottled water, the city water that you're drinking as right now is all contaminated. That's just the way it is, okay? It's contaminated. They can't get it out. It's the contamination. It has been in there for years and years. Each year, the contamination gets worse and worse. Now, the issue is because seniors are lacking water or they're dehydrated, this also causes another issue, which is imbalance of electrolytes. Because in natural water, you have electrolytes, you have minerals that your body needs. But because you're not drinking enough water and you're not drinking the right water, then you're depleting your body of not only hydration or water, but you're also depleting your body of electrolytes. Now, think about this. Seniors, if you have some kind of a brain issue, like your clarity seems to be getting worse and worse and worse, well, do you know that your brain is about 80% water? Do you know that? And research is showing that most seniors are at a 40% to 55% water in their bodies when you need to be, when your body is 75 to 80% water. Your body is 75 to 80% water. As you age, that gets down to, your body is now 40 to 55% water. And that's because you're not hydrating yourselves with enough water per day, and you're not adding. Now, you need to add electrolytes, and pink Himalayan sea salt is one of the best ways to do it. No, it's not the same thing as table salt or sodium in the food. So when the doctor says, oh no, you can't add Himalayan pink sea salt. No, that's not it. The sea salt, the pink sea salt is electrolytes. You need that. By having a coach, he's going to start you off at the right amount, and you'll know how well it works and gets your electrolytes back up again. But the first thing is you got to start hydrating, guys. Otherwise, you're not going to, nothing, your hormones aren't going to work, your body's not going to work, and your brain is not going to work. Like I said, most all seniors that I know now, or I've talked to, are chronically dehydrated. You must drink a minimum of 64 ounces of good hydrogen-rich water. We've been drinking hydrogen-rich water for over 11 years, maybe 12 now. My whole family drinks this because it has natural minerals, electrolytes in it. And the Japanese discovered a way to produce hydrogen-rich water right from your kitchen sink. It's taking your city water, which is contaminated, and turning it into one of the most healthiest and strongest antioxidants on this planet, which helps to build your immune system, which protects you from all diseases and viruses. And I'm talking about all diseases and viruses. You see what I'm trying to say here, guys? Viruses. And so by boosting, and what do the doctors say? How do you fight these viruses? Well, by having a strong immune system. So if you're drinking a glass of hydrogen-rich water, which is the strongest antioxidant on the planet, and you're drinking 64 ounces a day plus, we do 110 to 120 ounces a day. Like I said, we're well over 60 years old. I'm drinking over 110, I'm drinking about 110 to 115 ounces of water a day. I'm doing pink Himalayan sea salt, a quarter teaspoon with my 20 ounces of water, at least 3 to 4 times a day. I don't have issues. I don't have issues. I don't have issues with high blood pressures and that crap. Because everything we do is natural, not processed. Mistake number 3 that seniors do: exercising. Proper exercising. Seniors need to do strength training. Now, what I mean is you need to lift weights. And you need to lift weights that are heavy enough to have a safe resistance on your body. That's the only way you'll be able to add lean muscle and get your bone density up. High reps at first, okay, but unless you add weights and you're doing resistance and you're doing it by percentages, and those percentages are going to help you to go to the next level, so you have to document everything you do. This is where a trainer comes in. You must hire a trainer to help you. But the program has to be set up for a senior so that they can actually add lean muscle. Now, I remember reading some research a few years ago where they went into a senior center where there was, I don't know, most of the seniors there were probably around 80 years old, 90, somewhere around there. And they put them on a structured meal plan and added lean protein more. I'm not talking about store-bought meats and stuff. I'm talking about grass-fed or pasture-raised grass-fed meats, chicken, pasture-raised chicken. I'm not talking, we don't do processed eggs, meat, milk, or anything. Everything we do is organic and pasture-raised or grass-finished meats. So we're not getting the crap that most of you guys are. So, but for the seniors out there, the only way you guys are going to add the lean muscle mass is to have a program that puts resistance on your body. Now, we don't do cardio that often. We do cardio maybe twice a week, and we get our cardio either from hiking, or I'll do surfing, or I'll do paddleboarding. A couple times a week, I do 20 minutes of moderate, what we call interval cardio for good heart health. I do a cardio program where I'm consistently going up in the resistance of my cardio to get my heart rate to about 85% max at the end of the 20 minutes. I don't go crazy on it because I get most of my cardio from my lifting my weights. I can guarantee you guys, you're going to burn more calories and you're going to see more results by doing interval strength training than doing tons of cardio. And that's a fact, and that's nothing new either. But for seniors, it's more important for you guys to do some kind of resistance strength training than it is do a ton of cardio. And if the program is set up right, you're going to get to your 85% resistance heart rate by just doing weights. It's very easy to get there, and you're actually going to burn calories a lot longer. So you have to have a structured exercise program that's going to put resistance on your muscles and your bones in order for you to add lean muscle and to have better bone density. Okay? That's number 3. Number 4, I mentioned this already. Lack of professional guidance. Guys, Google is okay if you know how to do it and research on it. I do Google Scholar when I want to research some kind of a medical information that I need on, and then I'm on different sites where I get alerted when there's a brand new published research out there about what we do, and so I get to review it, and then I save them to use for information for if I'm talking to a professional or something and they don't know it yet, because a lot of health professional and doctors, they don't have the time that I have to research different articles, and they don't have the time to do the research on themselves like Emily and I do all the time. We actually started a brand new program today, not only in my meal plans or my the amount of protein, or my fat grams, protein, and so forth, but also the workout. We've changed a little bit because I want to add even more lean muscle. I'm at 184 pounds now. My body fat is super low. Well, I want to get to 190, but I want that 6 pounds not to be fat weight. I want that 6 pounds to be pure muscle weight. And so what I've done is I've had to change my my grams of fat and protein and carbs. I'm still on a very super low carb. What I've done, I'll tell you guys, this is what I've done. And Emily is doing the same thing, because I want to see how her body reacts to it. 60% is fat. 60% of my calories come from fat. 35% of my calories are coming from protein, and 5% of my calories are coming from carbs. What that comes out to in grams, guys, is I need to be around 200 to 266 grams of fat per day. I need to be at about, I need to be over 200 grams of protein per day. And my maximum carb grams to be at 5% carbs needs to be at 43 grams. Now, I'm well below, most of the time I hit 30, 32. On my fasting days, I might get 11 grams. So you see what I'm doing here? So on my non-fasting days, my calorie intake is going to be about 25 to 2,700. That's when I get most of my protein in. My fasting days, which is Tuesdays, I'm doing 23-hour fastings. I do a post-fast, I do a pre-fast drink. I break my fast with about 900 calories, and protein's about 46. And then an hour to two later, I have my regular meal, and that's another 46 grams of protein. I'm only going to be getting probably 12 to 15 grams of carbs that whole day, period. So one day I might hit 43 grams of carbs. The next day I might hit 11 or 12 or 15 grams of carbs. So I'm going to be at a deficit by the seventh day of my carb intake that I'm supposed to have for the whole week. And I'm okay with that because I'm very carb sensitive. I want to keep the body fat low. You see what I'm doing? Okay. So number 4 is the lack of professional guidance. Trying to do this on your own is one of the biggest mistakes you can make because you don't have the education yet. You don't have the material to follow, and you don't have the structure to follow. And that's why it's important to go ahead and spend the money and hire us uh, and give us 60 to 90 days to educate you so that you can go on without us and do this for the rest of your life. All you got to do is message me at bill@billmabrycoaching.com, and I can send you more information on the different courses and programs that we offer. You can also go to my Facebook group page, Fat Loss Made Easy. In the downloads, I have a free ebook. One is for those of you looking to lose belly fat or body fat. The other one is for you diabetics out there that need to know more about the root cause of why your blood sugar is so high and why you can't get it down and why the medication isn't working either. There's a free ebook for you guys too. Also in that group, in the downloads, I have some fat burning recipes, my favorite ones that I like. So there's a lot of good educational information in that Fat Loss Made Easy group page. You might want to join that. Okay. So guys, I hope you saw some value in these 4 mistakes that seniors do. And like I said, guys, just message me. And I'll send you the information, or just go to my Fat Loss Made Easy group page and get the free ebooks. Also, just to remind you, I talked to you guys about autophagy, how science is really pushing that now, and there's a lot of great research about the health benefits of putting yourself in autophagy, especially therapeutic autophagy, maybe twice a week, or you can even do it once a week, 4 times a month. You're still going to get the benefits from it. But I'm gonna be published. It's called the Benefits of Autophagy. It's going to be in Amazon.com Kindle ebooks. All you have to do is type in Bill Mabry, Mabry, and my books will come up. So this one, I'm going to probably publish it either tonight or tomorrow. And it takes, to be approved, it takes 2 or 3 days. So hopefully by the end of the week. This one, I haven't found one. I haven't found one yet that is as extensive in information as the one that I'm going to be publishing. It's only 10 pages, guys. I've made it in a very easy way to understand because I need easy ways to understand things. So I put it in words that hopefully you'll understand it, and that you'll be able to follow the program too. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Have a good one. Bye.